Hi, ladies. How are you today? I just wanted to go over what hashtag celebrating 1 million women is and our writing project that we've got going. So we are celebrating 1 million women, igniting feminine power. And that's all through the power of our stories about sharing our shared experiences and being brave. And what does that look like for you? So our current theme is being brave. And you have the opportunity to have your story of being brave shared right on the Fave app. And also, if you turn it in before May 31st, you have the opportunity to be selected for our upcoming book, Being Brave, hashtag celebrating 1 million women and their courage. So here's your chance to leave a legacy for future generations, to touch the hearts of women globally, because our app is global. And, it's just a way to make an impact. And we made it as easy as possible. So here I will give you a few little examples of what this is going to look like. And so just bear with me for a second while I share my screen. And so here's on the Fave app. So if you go to www.favelifestyles.app, you can go down and just scroll down. This is on your computer. I hit the celebrate button. Super easy. Submit a story. And right here, there is a form. And so one thing, go ahead and read kind of the instructions and what it's all about and why we're doing this. It's a way for women to connect and bring us all together. So it's really a great way. Some of the stories coming in are absolutely amazing. It's a story of being brave, whatever that looks like for you, whether you were like changing careers, starting a business, maybe it's a relationship or health, whatever that looks like for you, a time when you had to be brave. And the questions are, it's a question interview style. It's not going to be written into a chapter or anything, and it's going to appear exactly how you answer these questions along with the question. So the first one is like, describe a moment when you knew you had to tap into your inner courage and make changes in your life. And for me, that was a time when I was walking through 5 major life transitions in a 2-year period. And it really was a challenging time for me, and a real big time of transformation and self-growth. And so my pivot point, and that's the second question, walk us through a pivotal moment when you decided to act courageously. What was going through your mind? How did you feel at that moment? For me, it was, I walked into the counselor's office, and he had this big white piece of paper sitting on his lap, and he had written a word on it. And he goes, Karen, there's your piece of paper. How do you feel in your life and in your marriage? And I sat there and contemplated for quite some time, thinking, oh, what does he want me to write? Because I just always was my thoughts always went, what are they expecting from me? And I really had to dig deep down in that moment and be courageous. And I wrote the word invisible. So as we raised our papers, guess what? He had the same word too, invisible. I was invisible in my own life. And he goes, Karen, it doesn't have anything to do with anybody else. He goes, how are you showing up in your life? He goes, you're showing up invisible. What are you going to do next? So anyway, so that's just the beginning of my story. You can take a look at all the other questions here. A couple of things I do want to point out, and then at the end, after your questions, it asks a little bit about you and what you do. So one of the things, you cannot save this and come back to it. So I just want to make sure that you know that. There is a link here for a Google Doc if you'd like to download that for just to practice, and also for your own, and then copy and paste it into here. You are welcome to do that. If you do, here's the Google Doc right here. It's exactly the same form as what you see on the app. We do need you to make a copy of this. So you go to hit File, make a copy, name your copy, and then just hit the blue button. And that's the copy is the one you will write on. So it's your own. And then you can copy and paste that into the app, or go ahead and just send it directly to Karen@favelifestyles.com. So either of those ways works. And so then also, guess what? We have stories right here for you to read as well. If you want an example and see what some other women have written about, Trauma to Treasure. Lucy's is about seizing the day. Molly's is Belief and Action. You get where you want to go. Courage to Forgive, Beauty from the Ashes. Courage in the Chaos, Finding the Hero Within. Ladies, what I have heard most of the women say is that this is one of the bravest things they've ever done, is just to write their story. And so as I'm going through and writing mine too, yeah, I'm having to reflect a little bit, even though I just wrote a chapter in a book. These questions will prompt you to think a little differently, maybe than how you maybe would have written your story. And because it's all about courage and also sharing the lessons learned, the hope, the inspiration, and how you can inspire other women. So by just showing up, ladies, that's all it takes, is just to show up and to share a little bit of you with the world. So it may be one of the bravest things you've ever done, and I hope to see your story. Turn it in before May 31st to be considered for our upcoming book. And if you'd like to be part of our advisory board, any woman can also come be a part of our advisory board, read the stories, and help us select those special stories to be in the book. So anyway, have a great day.